ZE Primetime. Mission activated.
ZE Primetime. We are back. It's been a while, but we are back in business and to clarify a lot for the country. Yeah, worldwide, not worldwide. I'm lying. Country. We cross the country right now. So, what we have is a video that was taken or made by me in the back of the police car the day of a particular arrest with West Melbourne Police Department. So the point or technique of the video is to preserve argument in the event of a more set type of violation and to secure your rights to have the criminal element of intent established. So it's just a technique, last resort, maybe for a trial if chosen to go that route. Of course, you have to have the actual dispute, not just want to argue about certain facts. But if that had happened or were to happen, or if I wanted to utilize that benefit, that's a tool that I created for my disposal. You know, it's better to have it than not. So I just make sure I have all the tools that I need down the road, and that's what this video is all about. And it tells a lot. Everybody should watch it and really pay attention to the things said in it. And some of the things, go look it up. You know, look these things up. They are the law. You know I don't look like the traditional person who would know this type of stuff, I guess you could say, or make it effective. But you can go look it up and verify, pretty much anything that I come out with or say. Look for anybody. Go out and verify it yourself. That's why I say it. It's public, made public for that reason, for credibility. So that's what we got going on. Check the video out. Watch the whole video. It's a long video, but watch it anyways and try to understand what's going on in the video and what's being said and the principles outlining, the comments, legal comments of law meant for a jury to hear, if need be. It's just a tool. So always, we also have to address these little issues here, which is West Melbourne's fraudulent affidavits. We have 2 on site, just 2 right now. So that's something else that we have to address, and we'll be doing that shortly. So stay tuned. That's going to be a blockbuster, of course. So listen. Dude, let me out of here.
No.
I'm not consenting to your law. Put the window up. I don't even want to look at you. You're a criminal. You're a criminal. You don't care about law. You don't get Constitution. And you don't even know it. And you don't even care. But you see that paper? Yeah. You're here, Pittsburgh, at DEA, the feds, ATF.
We need to be chatting with them for anything? Just put the window up.
Right.
Can I go? Excuse me, sir. Hey, I'm going to call somebody to come get my truck. Don't touch my truck. What? Law? This is what y'all calling law? You just gonna... For what? Not complying.
Very smart individuals. Law. Y'all law. You just make it up. Force. That's not law. All y'all criminals. Criminals. Don't care about right or wrong. No rights. It's just we are the law. Comply. That's slavery. You don't know that? You should know that. You can tell me I got to school you on law, but I don't know case law. Case law? What? We all supposed to know the law. Ignorance of no excuse of the law. And they just right on camera tell me they don't know the law. They don't even care. I seem to know a lot about the law, and you just don't care. I do know a lot about the law, and I know how to get the feds down here. They coming. You can believe it. I don't care. Get me. Listen. Let my mom take my truck. Don't touch my shit. Stop touching my fucking truck. Whoever you are, what's your name?
Officer Crook.
Your ass going to fucking feds. I'm telling you right now. I'm trying to hip you the game. Sound good. All y'all going to motherfucking federal prison. Right here, West Melbourne. Special people. Y'all just make your own law up, huh? I do know the law, but I also know how to enforce my rights. That's what matters. Let's go. I think that should be. Dude, that's my property that you're stealing. My gun, I labor for that. You stealing it. You don't have any rights to take it. Look at what you did to my truck, dude. And then I guess, hey, is you gonna let my mom take my truck or what? You just gonna do whatever you want to do. And y'all people call yourself good people. One thing about it, they got law for it. You did it. You did it to yourself. I'm talking about don't force. You forced me. What the fuck? Lawless criminals. Violence. Violence for nothing. Oh shit. Motherfuckers crazy. Lunatics. You can have your gun, you gonna take my gun. How the hell you a corporation? You acting in a corporate capacity and you got rights. How you don't have no fucking rights? You listen, you take orders, man. That's my private shit. Private property, dude. You gonna learn what that means. You just damaged and you just fucking this shit committed a crime, man. Because your sergeant, he'll tell you what federal crimes are. You believe they don't exist. You finna find out. They come pick your ass up in your uniform. That's what the feds do. They don't care if you're a judge. When I invoke the Constitution and you break my window, you know you just committed a crime. I don't have to explain to you the law. You're supposed to fucking know it. You know that you're supposed to know the due process clause. You're supposed to know it. I don't have to give you case law. You making up your own rules. The law is the law and everybody's supposed to know it. You can't make up driving rules and make me learn them. You don't know them. You're just using them as weapons to do what you're doing right now. Stealing. Stealing people's property. Stealing the labor. And so now, you face Middle District. That's where I'm going. Break my window. I paid for that window. You didn't. You don't have no right to break my window. You don't care if you don't have rights. That's your problem. That's the law. You don't have any right to do it. You're just making up your own rights. I don't have to comply. I'm not a slave. You are. You are in the uniform. You are subject to the codes, not me. But I can use the codes to enforce my rights, and that's what I'm going to do. You started it. Or whoever your homie is, whoever the fuck made the traffic stop. But all y'all did it. Yep, you can ignore me all you want. But I ain't did nothing. You remember that. I ain't did nothing. You did it. You broke my window. I tried to tell you what the law was. You should already know. When I invoke it, leave me alone. You did it. Y'all lawless criminals. Y'all just get a job and you think you know the law. And then you run into people who know the law and you just gonna trash me. That's not law. You just committed a crime. Now I'm telling you that. You should know that. But that's why it's a crime. Because I'm trying to tell you and you don't care. You just gonna ignore me and my law, the law that I invoke. You can invoke codes, inferior codes, and I can invoke the United States Constitution. And you just broke my window. That I paid for. I worked for that window. You didn't. Your chief didn't work for that window. I don't have to pay you to keep my window. I already paid for it. This is what y'all think is law. You need to read more books. Because they do have stuff for you. That's what you don't understand. And you just did it. And I already know all of them. I already know how to get them to come get you. You know that shit ain't law. You already know it's not law. You can go into a courtroom and you can decide when to let the case go. You know traffic courts, you know that's not law. And you just broke my window. Your ass going to motherfucking feds. You know it ain't law, dude. You know what I'm saying is the truth. You can go in the traffic court and then the police gets to decide who gets to pay the ticket. And you can just pull me over and make up anything. You know that's not law. You know you don't set off fireworks on 4th of July for that. You know that. But you just gonna sit up here and think that your immunity, that fake immunity, you should lead the public duty doctrine. You're gonna find out you have no immunity right now. Why? You're committing a crime. You can't immunize crimes. It's not my fault you don't know. I'm gonna keep talking because that's what I'm supposed to do. While you violate, you're a criminal. Let me go. I'm telling you. You think that you're right. I ain't even done that. You broke my window. I don't have to have a license. That's state of Florida's license. You can read the back of it. You know it. It's corporate. You know it. It's not law. You know it. And you just gonna do anything. Like you don't see that I know something. But you just gonna keep doing this shit. At the end of the day, up there at the Middle District, feds, they don't care about you here in West Melbourne. They vultures, man. I've been there. Look me up. They coming to see you. You can bet that. Because I know the laws. I know the codes to use to enforce my rights, and I'm going to use them. So you best let me go and just pay for my window. That's going to be the remedy. I'm asking for my remedy right now, and you think I'm bullshit. You don't even know the law. You know you don't have no rights. That doesn't matter. If I invoke my rights to be left free under any constitution, and I'm invoking, I'm telling you, under Florida Constitution, I have a right to be left alone, except by jury. That's the law. I have committed no crime. I have committed no crime around anybody else's rights. The state of Florida is a corporation. I can't commit no crimes against no legal fiction rights. That's not even law. You should know that. When I invoke, leave me alone. You're supposed to know that. But you got a job here. You got a job here and all of a sudden you are special. No, you're not special. You ain't never read books, man. I read books. I had life sentence. They made me read books. That's why you're in trouble. Because I learned what the hell was going on. Some people you just supposed to leave alone. There's different statuses. That gun is my gun. Bill of Attainder clause protects that right, along with the due process clause, which I vote. Bring me my gun back because I labor for it. I work for it, and it's my property. There's my rights to it. I just told you that. And it's on your recorder. And now you're violating my rights. I just proved you wrong. I work for that gun. I work for that truck. I labor for it. There's my rights to it. That's the law. You just violated that with civil codes. I'm not bound by them. They use that for revenue. You should know that. You just broke my window about a revenue code that you use to make money for revenue for people who don't know the law. Not for me, but you don't care about that, and that's going to cost you some money. It's going to cost you your job. It's going to cost probably I don't sue police stations and governments. I only go after the people who done it. You did it. You don't care what law is. You only care about doing what you're told. I'm not a servant. You are. You wear the uniform. I don't. I move on a private basis. Private rights. Not rights given to me by a government. You know it. You should be scared because I know all the codes and I know the things that they've done wrong to make them come get you. Come see you. Somebody gonna ask me, am I in the... What the hell is a black SUV? Y'all lawless criminals. Make up your own law and force it on somebody else. You don't have any rights and you know it, but you just gonna force it on me. Why you feel like you can get away with it? You're not getting away with it. You're gonna sit up here and ignore me. That's what y'all do. Y'all ignore law. And I'm gonna keep talking because it's gonna exaggerate all the videos of how I tried to tell you to invoke the law. I don't need to give you case law. You're supposed to know the Constitution. You're supposed to know the Florida Constitution. You ain't never even read none of them. You know you're a criminal. If you only read just the Bill of Rights, just read that one. You know you're not supposed to do shit to me. You're not even supposed to look at me. If you ever read a book, you read just the Bill of Rights in one of them, you know how fucking fucked up what you're doing and you're committing a crime. Yes. You can fucking sit up there and think you know everything all you want and think you're protected, but they ain't gonna protect you because you're supposed to know better. You're supposed to know and you're supposed to care when I say let's sit down and talk about the law. I don't have to give you case law. You need to call your goddamn chief and he need to fucking control his people. But y'all pieces of shit. That's what the fuck. That's what it is. That's just a reality. That's why the world's a terrible place, because of people like you who drain everybody of their labor. And nobody can afford anything. That's why you can't afford nothing, because of yourself. You're doing it, stealing labor. And then you go and steal your own labor. That's how smart you are. By giving up all your rights. You can give yours up and be the police. That's your prerogative. I don't have to give mine up. I can claim mine. I can keep mine. I don't have to be subject to whenever somebody feels like they want to pull me over. Talking about my life. That's my life. Just don't run into me. Don't cause no damage. But you don't believe in law, so you think that you can just do whatever you want. And people don't know law. Just ignore it. You got a family just like I got one. And then when they come to enforce the law that you don't know about, don't say I didn't know. Because I wasn't able to say that. Y'all don't give a fuck if people don't know. That's why that y'all license is suspended. For y'all targeting me. Maryland Police Department did it on purpose. So y'all can do stuff like this and destroy life for things people have the right to do. That's my gun. You don't even know what a bill of attainder is. Oh shit, that's so fucking crazy. You need to go look that up before you get to the police station and bring my gun back before you get in trouble. Go look it up. Bill of attainder. Second Amendment. You don't have any rights to do that. It don't go and come as you please. It's the law. It just stays there. Act like you can fucking just make up your own law. Oh, Second Amendment matters only when. It always matters. It's effective right now. Don't go away because some legislature makes up a bill of attainder and steals somebody's rights. You can't do that. That's not law. And I'm not required to go by things that are not law. You should learn that. You finna learn. I'm gonna sit here and talk all day. Y'all finna get me back. And the more you do, the worse it's gonna be. I had a life sentence. That's why I went and learned all this shit. Problem with y'all is y'all don't think it exists. And then y'all just keep making the shit worse because you think you know everything and you ain't never even read a book. That's what the chief tell you. Go out and attack people who know the law. Even though you don't.
Yeah.
This dude really is just trying to take me to the goddamn... Wow, man, it is unreal. Lawlessness. You can have a gun. It's not even your gun. I got the rights to my gun. You're going to take my gun and break my window. And you don't even have rights to the things that you have on your body. That's crazy. But you don't understand that. All that stuff you just broke was my rights. I have rights. You don't have rights to this truck. It's not yours. That's what you don't get. There ain't no rights here. It's privilege. You don't understand the difference. You finna lose it. They might spare you. They probably pay your way out. I don't want your money though. I want to be left the fuck alone. This is what I don't want to deal with. But you can... Hey dude. Hey, what'd you put Corinne in handcuffs for? What did she do? Excuse me? Are you human? Are you real? Can you drop the uniform and turn back into a man for a half a second? Can you drop your corporate shit, bullshit? What'd you put my wife in that truck for?
They arrested her.
For what? When you don't even care and she didn't do nothing.
I believe for resisting without.
How?
They told her to get out of the vehicle and she refused.
For what? What would she need to get out for? You don't even care about that. Y'all just make it up. Y'all God. I don't understand that. How you think that could be law? You think those people wrote the Constitution? Man, y'all people are silly, man. Silly. You really think those people wrote and put this in these constitutions to allow you to be able to do this shit? You know that's not true. And you don't even care. That's why it's a crime. When people invoke law, you have to listen, man. You can't just keep doing what you want to do. That's called a crime. Some people like giving up their rights, and that's okay. But you don't respect the ones who want to go by law because you can't control them. You can't steal their money. That's why that license is suspended. I don't even do nothing, but I'm not going to pay when you target me to steal money from me. That's what y'all do. That's what you're doing right now. But that's why that license was suspended. It's not my license though. That's y'all license. You're going to take me to jail about talk about what's in somebody's computer. That ain't law. That's y'all computer. I can't live by what's in your computer. You know that. When I invoke protection or law, you're not supposed to treat me like a criminal because I'm not. You can't even sit on my jury. That's what's crazy. Because you don't know the law. So you're not even a peer for me. You don't know the law, so you get struck from my jury. You can't even sit on my jury. Here you are thinking that you have a right to take me to jail, and you can't sit on my jury. Because you don't know the Constitution. You're not even, you couldn't be a jury of my peer because I understand every clause in it. And unless you do that, you're not a jury of my peers. You can't even sit on my jury. None of y'all can. You don't know nothing about the Constitution. And then you go out and do what they tell you to do, and you don't even know how to treat a person, and they ain't done nothing wrong. This shit is incredible. Y'all don't even care. I like to experience it though, but I ain't your average. I know how to use the codes, my dude. Just like you do. I understand the case law. That case law you looking for, I got it, but I don't have to give it to you. I'm not at a duty to even tell you what I told you. You're supposed to know it. That's why they call it constitutional law. It don't change. Case law. That's more of y'all making up the law. The law is written. It's a written rule. That's the reason why it's a written rule, so you can't just change it when you want. Like what y'all are doing. Like you ain't never read the Florida Constitution. And then you put these handcuffs on me real tight. Boy, I tell you. But I'm wrong. Wrong for not complying. Involuntary servitude, my dude. You should learn what that is. When you go back, look it up. That's what you're doing. And when I invoke protection against that, it's illegal. 13th Amendment. And it's enforced by federal code. You're committing a crime using these codes. With no law. Hearing officer, that's what you calling a judge? Yeah, I know all of that. Judge Atkins? That's what you call. That's what you calling it. That's not even a judge. Your driving scheme. That's not even a judge. You know it. That's a hearing officer. Officer Atkins. I know all of that. And that same little fake ass judgment when y'all talking about a suspended license, what y'all did, that shit ain't nothing. And you know it. I don't move by privilege. You do. You're privileged to be in this car. That was my private property you damaged. And then you jump in public property and ride off, kidnap me, damage my property. This not your truck. That's not your gun. That's not your uniform. None of that's yours. You just broke my window. I paid for that. You didn't have a right to do that. I just told you what my rights was. I worked for it. I labored for it and I paid for it. And that gave me superior rights over it. And you just broke my window. And now you put me in a car that's not even yours. You don't have the rights to this car. It's public property. It's a privilege. This is a privilege. You don't understand the difference. You just broke my window. That's my property. That's the law that you just broke. Because you were listening to your chief. He's telling you go out and violate people's rights. And everybody thinks because you group up on, that's not gonna, they don't care because the feds gonna separate you. They're gonna come to everybody's house one by one. And you're not gonna have your friends. That's how they do it. You don't understand how you get separated. I don't worry about your immunity because you don't have any. Sad you don't know that. And you can sit up here and say whatever you please. Y'all know everything. You know everything. Oh, shit. And so now suppose you'll commit crimes and try to hide the you were trying to hide the goddamn phone, but you just don't know that it's video everywhere. Every place I'm talking and I'm invoking my rights of the Constitution, I'm gonna go back And I'm gonna pull all these videos of me trying to tell you you're breaking the law. All the way to the courtroom. I'm gonna pull those too. They're gonna pull them. Because I'm trying to tell you I'm invoking my rights. I haven't done anything. I'm moving by right. You don't even have rights. This ain't even your car. You just broke my window for my... What if I come break your window? Talking about some fake private codes. You don't know what the word civil means? That's private law. I don't have to learn that. Yeah, that's administrative law. I don't have to learn it. And I don't have to pay whenever y'all say pay. That's what's going on. You think that you can make me pay? I'm not paying when I get targeted in my neighborhood. So you can just suspend your own license, and I don't care because I don't need it. Then I'm going to get out and enforce my rights. Unless you fucking let me go. That's your remedy. You gonna fucking take me back or allow somebody to come fucking pick me up because I ain't done nothing wrong. I don't have to go by your private codes. I can invoke the Constitution. Your inferior ass civil state codes. And you don't even know the supremacy clause. I'm free to invoke my rights whenever. I can invoke them under the Florida Constitution because it's the same thing. It's even more explanatory in the Florida Constitution. Look, my goddamn... Man, I'll tell you, man. Criminal ass motherfucker, man. You give your rights up, you think you're gonna force me to give mine up, and you think you right. If you don't want to live by law, that's fine. You do that. But don't force it on me. I can learn the law just the way you think I can learn these codes. And then when I learn the law, I can live by that. That's called the Constitution. I don't have to live by the codes. I don't even have to learn them. I'm on the no duty. You don't want to hear that. You just want to keep committing your crimes because you feel like the more y'all gang up on somebody, it makes it right. It don't make it right. It's the same thing. When it was one man, because you brought 30, the first person pulled up my window, he didn't have a right to pull me over. I have a right to proceed to my destination. That's what you call freedom. If you like to give yours up, I don't have a problem with that. I don't know nothing about no sovereign. Oh, sovereign. What the hell is that? Sovereign. Y'all just make up shit to try to make people wrong for living the way they have a right to live. I have a right to invoke and live under the Constitution. It's not my fault because you was raised and you never wanted to learn the law. You like living like that. You like being a slave. That's your problem. You like being told what to do. That's on you. I don't. So I read. Now I learned the law. I also learned how to enforce my rights because there ain't nothing if you don't know how to enforce them. So I learned all the federal codes for them to come get you. And I learned how to force them to do it. Why? Because look what you're doing. You don't care. You don't care about nothing I'm saying. So why should I care about something you're saying? And then you go to violence. And you think you're right. But I should care more about what you're saying. You don't give a damn about the law. If it comes from another mouth other than y'all. Look, bunch of more criminals. All of them gather up how they can destroy life. Make the world a worse place and act like you're doing good. It's stealing my money again. Now you're going to go up there and tell me what's in my wallet. And you're not going to steal it. Everything you take from me and you touch is gonna, oh my God, don't touch my gun, my money, nothing. It's all my property. I labor for it, and don't steal it. And when you get up there to Mr. Thief, Sheriff, I'm sure he'll be trying to steal something too. I have to address that. Y'all lock people up and then steal money. They don't even go through civil process. Service of process, none of that. You just steal people's money right in their wallet and call yourself the law. Unbelievable, man. And then they talk about how bad somebody is. steal people's money right out their wallet after you done fucking committed the crime and took these people to jail for nothing. And then you steal some more of their money, then you put them in the legal process. That's what the codes are there to prevent. I'm just not supposed to know them, dummy. That's what you're not getting. Yeah. That's what those federal codes are supposed to prevent. Involuntary servitude, forced servitude. You can't force me. It's illegal, but I know how to enforce it. You don't want to hear that shit though. You think you can force me to go pay? Go pay, go pay. Ew, you pull me over and talk about what my car looked like and to make me pay you. That's forced servitude, my man. That's called slavery. That means you can just make up all the rules and just make me go work and bring you the money just because you don't like it. I don't have to live like that. I'm free to learn the law and invoke it. And then criminals, they want to keep forcing themselves. That's what it is, force. That's all they tell you to practice, force. Don't read though. Tell me I know a lot about the law and then you fucking break my window. That's real smart. Because I don't want to go. I don't have to do it that way. I'm free to sit in my damn car. And you should learn and we should come to terms of my non-obligation and you should pull off. That's the way it's supposed to work. Y'all want to do what y'all want to do and be criminals. You don't care about law. You just care about violence and force and having your way. We told you what to do. That ain't law, man. You know that. That's crazy. You just don't care. That's crazy. Tell me I'm wrong. I ain't did shit. No, that ain't the way it works. Well, you can't explain the way it works. You say that there's a Second Amendment, you will say that. You say, well, where the right go? Where the Second Amendment right go? Will you just disappear? So who is it binding? Nobody. Because you just make the bullshit up. And you think that shit is right. You're a criminal. You don't even know what a bill of attainder is. It's pretty simple. You can look that shit up. Give my goddamn gun back. That's what you do. I'm going to tell you all the way there. Where's my gun? I'll be there, be wherever it's at to get it. You steal it from me. I paid for it. I labor for it. I work for it. You didn't even work for the shit that you got on. You didn't work for it. I work for it. You stole my money. And y'all bought police vehicles with it. And then you ride around in it like it's yours and telling me what to do and breaking my window that I work for. And you think this is law. That ain't law, dude. Nothing you doing is law, and you should fucking know it. You have some people like living like that, and they'll allow you to do it. But when I pull out the Constitution and I invoke, you committing a crime. And I tried to show you what the feds are going to use to come pick you up. You don't even care about that either. And you feel like your ignorance is going to protect you. Keep riding up towards the jail. And your ignorance and you're trying to think you right. That ain't gonna mean nothing. You know it ain't. So the chief gonna tell you after so long, man, you should know better. Y'all could have made a better decision than that. He a criminal too, though. He don't care. That's why they got the feds. Somebody got to police the police. Y'all just think it don't exist. But I don't understand the constitutional system. I understand the fundamentals. I understand separation of powers. I understand all of that. Separation of church and state. I understand all of that. At the end of the day, I don't really want the money, but y'all don't give a damn. Y'all only understand force. I have to fucking show you. And then people have to go through shit, just like I'm going through shit. For nothing. For doing what I got the right to do. You don't care. just following orders, just doing my job. I'm not doing my job. I'm living a life. You finna go home. You just violated me, and you gonna take that bullshit off and go home to your family. And after you violate another motherfucker, 'cause you just made up your own reality. Like you got rights to have your gun, and then somehow, mysteriously, I don't. Why? You just took it. Why'd you take it? And you're gonna try to keep it. I know, cause y'all criminals. You gonna try to tell me I'm a criminal. I ain't no criminal. I know the Constitution. I know what Bill of Attainder is. You better learn quick. I'm sitting here telling you, I'm gonna tell motherfuckers. Y'all like to have the upper hand, but that shit only lasts so long as a motherfucker get out. I go straight to the middle district with my paperwork, pull all the videos. I don't even need the videos. I just need the proceedings. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna get some paperwork. If I make it there, y'all better let me go, because all that paperwork is just gonna be the evidence. And I'm gonna pull this video, all the videos. If y'all not giving a fuck what law is, right there, and take it right up to the middle district. That's the facts. That's gonna be the facts, and they're gonna match it with the criminal laws that was made to enforce the rights that the ones I'm not supposed to know about, but I do. And I know some other stuff. Yep. 1983 is what they're going to try to use. I don't want them to use that one. I want them to use involuntary servitude. But then I'm not supposed to know about that. So they're going to use 1983. And your buddies conspired to violate my constitutional rights after I then sat up there and told you don't give a fuck. Break my window. That's a crime. That I'm going straight up there. They're going to use 1983. One of them, nope, 241. That's what they're going to use. Hard for me to know them by heart, but it's two of them. They're going to use one for your buddies to conspire, violate constitutional rights. Then they go, oh, that's going to be you. You ain't the one that made the stop. Your buddy that made the stop, he's going to get the main one. Slang me all over the car, don't matter. I'm just nobody. Just somebody in the back of your car, some piece of crap talking, because there is no law. It's just follow the orders. Property ain't yours. We just destroy it at will. That ain't law, dude. You know it. I work for that window and you just broke it. I don't have to comply with shit. No jury verdict. That's what you call service of process. If it's civil, I invoke that. That's what you got to give me. Go get it like everybody else. You're not special. You don't get to accuse me and then take me to jail. This is a crime. It's called service of process. You got a civil issue with me, service of process. That's the law. You don't get to diminish it because you think you special. That's due process of law. So now you want me to fight you. You're always right. And the only thing I can tell you, you committing a crime. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You didn't understand why I called 911, but you will later. It was funny on sight, but there's a reason why I did that, dummy. Oh shit. This guy, Ivy, he ain't gonna protect you. You might as well just. He dead already, shit. You don't care. Good criminal. Go home to your family like you did a great deed. Break people's window because they invoked the law. Shit.
You give me issues coming inside. Michael.
Dude. Hey, man. Get me out of this damn car. Stop playing with me.
I asked you a question. Are you going to give me
Listen, just get me out the car. It don't matter. Well, you got to get me out either way. So why are you asking me that? Just open the door.
I'm waiting for them.
Okay. Get me out. More criminals. Oh, shit. Criminals.
What's up?
Man, stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me.
Good?
Let's go, man. Y'all criminals. Let's go.